What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am DL, and this is another edition of my live stream. Yes, this live stream exists. It's actually happening. It is no longer the magical unicorn that doesn't exist. Yes, finally, we are here. We're back talking about everything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yes, I know. I have some catching up to do, and we're going to get them done. We're going to get them done. But today we are going to be talking about Hawkeye, the recent series that came on Disney Plus, and by recent I mean it came out last year around November, December. So yeah, I know. As I said, I'm late, but we're here now. Thank God. And joining with me today, I have first from Compatible Cinema and Gaming and fellow MME member, we have Bradley. What's going on, Brad?
What's up? What's up?
Not much. And also joining with us, I think first time coming on my channel. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. She's finally here talking nerdy stuff with me. We have Ashley, aka the Widow. How are you doing, Ashley?
Fine. Hey. How are you?
I am exhausted. I am so tired. I'm good. I'm just gonna let you all know right now. I am pretty much running on fumes. I had a lot going on between work and then also pumping out these videos and stuff like that. I still got editing to do. I know I got a review of Stranger Things. It's coming out. You guys be patient. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little loopy right now. So you're in for a show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth, but it's gonna be fun because we'll be talking some Hawkeye. You guys ready to get into this?
Yo, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Heck yeah,
Tear this piece of shit apart.
absolutely. And I guess this is goes without saying. Spoilers. This show has been out for months, and I'm sure everyone around the world has already seen it, or most of you have seen it. So if you have not seen Hawkeye and you don't want any details spoiled for you, I suggest you go on Disney Plus and watch it, and then come
Go
back
on
and
Disney
listen to
Plus.
this. Yes. So you have been warned. All right, Hawkeye. So, oh, actually, let me look. Let's look at the comments real quick before we start. We have Austin in the chat.
Hey, babies.
What is up? Miss you, dog.
It's
I
cooking
thought
good
you were
looking.
talking to me for a second. I was like, wait.
Oh,
JK,
not
I'm
about
sorry.
you, Ashley. You're already here. But
I know it's been 7 months since the show's been out. Jesus Christ.
I know. It's been 7 months. That's how much I did not want to talk about the show. But anyway, I'm just kidding. I was trying to get to this sooner, but life gets in the way and stuff like that, and trying to keep up with all the other movies and shows I'm trying to do reviews for. So, but anyway, hope Austin's feeling better. I'd like to get him
Yes.
back on the
Yeah, he's
channel
feeling a
as
lot better.
well. That's good. That's good. But yeah, anyway, enough of those shenanigans. Let's get into this. So, you guys know how vocal I have been with the Marvel shows recently. Um, I have not been a huge fan of most of them. The only show that I legitimately enjoyed from start to finish was What If, and it's ironic because that's the show that most people say is the worst, and I don't understand that. Um, Now, when I say I don't enjoy the shows, am I saying that all of them are like unwatchable or they're horrible? No. Like they're completely watchable. You can see there's quality. There's some level of quality to the shows. There's some effort put into it. So like it's not to say that it's not horrible shows. It's just when you see the quality of the stuff we got from the movies and stuff like that, it's just mind-boggling to me that it does not match to the quality of the films. And I'm not even talking about budget or cinematics or stuff like that. I'm just talking about storytelling and characters. I feel a massive drop off compared to the movies. And it's like, I'm still enjoying the films we're getting right now in phase 4. I love Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I love Spider-Man No Way Home. I loved Shang-Chi. I didn't mind Black Widow. The only one that kind of was a misfire for me was Eternals. But like,
Ugh, yeah.
yeah, that you
Good
already
God.
yeah, you already saw my rant about that. Go ahead, check out the podcast for that. It's on my channel. But yeah, when I go up to these shows, like I don't feel the need to watch them again. That's just me. Like I just get more and more frustrated because this is the fifth show, right? The fifth show that came out, and they still not getting their act together, in my opinion. And I can already hear the comments out there. But Loki was great. But WandaVision was great. But Falcon and Winter Soldier is great. I'm sorry, but like they're not any more than average, and that's I'm being nice. I'm being really nice. I have not revisited them since I did the reviews for them. So that's how much I don't care. But while I didn't care that much about these shows, one of the shows I was actually really looking forward to was Hawkeye. And I know that's really surprising for people because, like, really Hawkeye, like, why him? Like, nobody cares about Hawkeye. Actually, I really like Hawkeye. I really liked him in the MCU, and I've been wanting them to expand on this character for the longest time. And especially because we already got a Black Widow film, and I felt personally it was unnecessary to make a film for her, but we got that. So
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
why can't you do that for Hawkeye?
You deserve a trilogy.
Yes.
Okay, hold on, don't get crazy.
She's the queen of the MCU. Come on.
Me. He's talking about this widow.
I'll send you an invite, Austin. I'm gonna send it right now. But
He didn't catch that, Bradley.
no. I'm sorry. Say that again.
When you said the widow, she didn't need her movie. He was like, she deserves a trilogy. And I said, wow. He said she's the queen of the MCU. He was talking about me.
Hold on now. Now Ashley the widow deserves not a trilogy. She deserves an entire franchise. I'm just saying
Yes.
that right now.
Yeah,
Redo the
we'll take
MCU
it.
with Ashley.
All of
starting
it, all of
starting the
it.
hashtag.
I'll play every character, guys.
Absolutely. Ashley for Storm. Hashtag. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Very short storm.
But,
I shall be.
Oh yeah, forget you. You're 5'1". That's great. But anyway, hold on, I'm sending it to you right now, Austin. But anyway, Hawkeye. Yeah, I was actually really looking forward to it because I want to see more development with him because I was really invested. I was getting even more invested in him after the road and stuff, and of course, I love seeing the development that he has with his family and stuff like that. And the relationship that he has with Black Widow, I think, is very very nice. So
Mhm.
I was actually looking forward to seeing this show, even though I haven't been impressed by the shows before. Then I was like, you know what, this actually might be pretty solid. This actually might be all right. So we remember the trailers for this, and it was all Christmas themed. What was that song they're playing? It's the most wonderful time of
Yep.
the year. I'm like, what?
There'll be, yeah.
What? No, what? Wait,
Be
what?
a good year. It's like it was trying to have like the whole, I can't think, and I love these movies. Die Hard vibe. I lost it for a minute.
Yeah.
Die Hard, Christmas vibe. Like the first Die Hard. So it was kind of like playing on that a bit.
Yeah, that.
What? You don't like Die Hard?
No. The first Die
Oh.
Hard I absolutely love. However, I did not expect for them to go into this type of direction with Hawkeye. Though I probably should have put two and two together because it's like, oh, it's coming around November. Oh, it's probably going to be holiday themed, isn't it? And yeah, you bet your ass it was. Okay, maybe because I had different expectations going in that I was thinking this was probably going to be more of a serious take on his character because you would think they were going to go more in depth with the road and stuff, or at least that's what a lot of people wanted to see, like them going more in depth with that because they lightly touched on it in Endgame, and I thought this is going to be a more serious and more personal story, but instead we're getting this borderline Christmas special. And you're gonna throw in Haley Steinfeld as his sidekick. I'm like, oh, okay. This is what the show we're getting. Okay, that's
She ended up just taking over too much of the show.
Oh boy, yeah, we'll get to her. Now, I love me some Haley Steinfeld. I will watch her in anything that she's in. I think she's great. But yeah, I was not loving that, that it feels like she was going to take over the show. And I don't have a problem with them introducing new characters for Phase 4 and like having the younger people have them pass the mantle to them for the new generation, because I think that's what they're doing with, like Elena and I guess to an extent Falcon as the new Captain America, even though he's been around here for a while. So I was completely fine with that, but like I just don't want them to take away from Clint's development because it felt like he hasn't gotten enough. So I don't know. I was very worried, especially from that trailer. That trailer was really bad. I was like, oh my god, this is just gonna be another turd. So we sat down and watched this. I actually didn't watch this right away. Actually no, I did watch this weekly. This was the last show that I watched weekly. Then after that, I was like, no, I'm not watching this weekly anymore because I'm done.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
I'm just gonna
I
bench
still had to watch it weekly.
it. I commend you, Ashley.
I
But
wanted to know what was happening.
I mean, true, but
I
it's
didn't
like
want FOMO.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but it's just like with my biggest issue with the shows in general is like I know everyone feels differently. I know like Ashley, you love like WandaVision and stuff like that, but like my biggest issue with the shows is that like is the pacing. The pacing is so uneven with these shows. Like you would feel like one half of the season or series is very slow, not enough going on, and then they save the really exciting and important stuff for the last 2, 3 episodes. And I'm just like, why did I sit through all this crap week after week? And you like, it's just I hate when they do that. Like we got the criticism that these shows don't feel like actually shows. They feel like 6-hour movies, and they're just trying to figure out a way to like pace them properly. They're not doing a very good job of that. So it's like that's why I was like, I'm not watching this weekly because like if not much is happening week after week, why am I rushing to see this? I could just binge it when everything is airing. But
True.
anyway, so anyway, enough of those shenanigans. Now we sat down and watched this thing, and overall, what did we think? What did we think about Hawkeye? Did this change? Does this change my opinion on the shows? Is this the best of them? No, it sucks. Okay.
Yes.
Is that
okay,
it? Are we done?
okay. Okay, I guess we
The
gotta say.
end?
I wish.
I love that.
I,
That should be its own, like your whole little rant from there to that should be its own separate video.
and make that a clip. Make that a clip.
Yes.
We built
Yes,
up this
clip
whole
that.
preamble, and then I just
Clip
for
it
short.
out as its own separate thing.
It's-
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so I guess people want us to actually give something constructive to say about the show. Um, so yeah, I walked into this thinking that I was looking forward to the show the most out of all the other ones, and I was hoping this would change my mind. This would end up being the best, but somehow this is the worst show they put out. This show is bad.
I think
And-
Moon Knight's worse.
You think Moon Knight's worse?
Yeah,
Well,
Moon Knight's worse.
Yeah, I do. I really do. Just because, yeah, it from a story standpoint, that's just my opinion, though.
I mean, yeah, we'll get to Moon Knight in the near future.
Yeah.
But I guess to me, oh hey Brian,
Hi, Brian.
Brian.
good evening, Hawkeye.
I'm so
Instagram.
happy that you loved Hawkeye.
Yeah, I'm so glad you enjoyed it, and please keep enjoying it. You probably don't want to tune into the rest of the stream because we're gonna break your hearts, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Moon Knight was hard to follow, but then again, I'm simple. I mean,
Oh no, you're not. You're not
you,
simple.
you are not simple.
You like
are-
Star Trek. Star
Yeah,
Trek.
like
That's
you,
not
you
simple.
can exactly. You can break down and analyze everything in Star Trek, and I commend you for that. Like I'm trying to make my way through Star Trek, and it's a lot to process. So
Yes.
and then we have Tony Robinson.
What's up, Tony?
Tony.
So you guys know him. I don't think I've ever.
That's
seen
my
Tony.
homie. That's
All
my
right.
homie.
Yeah. I'm glad you were able to pop in. But okay, for me, Hawkeye I feel is worse because I feel like, well, I mean, I didn't like Moon Knight either. Spoilers, but I feel,
Imagine that.
man, that's a whole other conversation. But like, at least with Moon Knight, I felt like conceptual wise, it was more interesting to watch than Hawkeye, and I feel like the performances, well, I guess the performance from Oscar Isaac I thought was really good. So that's
Ugh.
why I slightly will give the edge to Moon Knight, but that's
Bradley
not
went,
saying
oh.
a lot.
Oh God.
I mean, hey, I mean, this is also coming from someone who doesn't know too much about the character. So like, I'm going into this blind, and I'm like, oh, this is an interesting concept. This is probably the most like interesting show concept wise I've seen from the show so far, but it's still
See,
not. Yeah, still not it.
for me, it's still WandaVision. I know you all don't like it, but to me, that's a good show. I like WandaVision like that. And then, like, to me, the simple show that I still like is Falcon and Winter Soldier. But yeah,
Yeah, I like the last two episodes. Oh no, the last
okay.
three episodes. Like the last three episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I like Scarlet Witch in her outfit at the end.
Okay, that's
Loki's still the
something.
best.
What'd you say?
Said Loki's still the best.
Loki's good. I like those three and Miss Marvel so far.
So yeah, I mean, I have not watched any of Miss Marvel yet, so I don't know how the quality is of that.
I
So,
really want to try to get into it, but it's I don't know, like with what it is with new Marvel characters and stuff in the MCU. Like, I just have no interest, to be honest. Like, I have no doubt in my mind it's probably an entertaining show, but I don't want to go into something where I know I'm not gonna like it.
I feel that same way with her, like, because I didn't even finish her first initial run, like just reading about the character, and that makes now I'm getting it makes me want to go back and try it again, to read that run, her first initial run, because like to me it's like she is a kid, but like I relate to her when I was that age. But let's get back to Hawkeye. But it's like if you don't want to watch it, don't hate watch it either.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a lot of energy wasted.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's like for people who don't believe me, but like I literally go into all the every show with an open mind. I really don't go into the shows wanting to hate it. It's like I really give it a chance. But and I will say like Loki probably to me up until this point. Once again, I have not seen Miss Marvel yet, but up until that point, I feel like Loki is probably the most coherent live action show they have. But once again, that's not saying a whole lot to me. Um, but like Hawkeye, the reason why I just don't like this show is just, and once again, this is not like unwatchable to me. There is some moments of effort in this show. So let me get that out the way. And the performances aren't bad for the most part. But it's just the writing for this show is kind of dumb in places. Like there are decisions made with characters in this show where I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? Why are you doing this?" And then there's some major characters in this show that they just treat like crap. I think a lot of people know who I'm talking about when we
Yeah.
get to this character, but like, and just they just really underplayed Clint in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I was just really disappointed with that. And I mean, Kate is not Kate is not awful. It's just I felt like she didn't need to take over the show. She didn't.
Mm-hmm.
There could have been a way to at least balance Clint and Kate's development, and they didn't even try. This was pretty much just like passing the baton to her, and we like Clint's story is not done. It's not done. Like why are we putting his stuff on hold for her?
Can I say something?
Sure.
I'm always like, okay, I'm the weird girl anyway, I've always like Jeremy Renner and like thought he was like weirdly hot and like some of his weird music, So for me, I was like, Hawkeye matters. Hashtag Jeremy Renner matters. So I was like right on board with you. Like, I was super, super excited for this show. First of all, I was really excited for Falcon Winter Soldier because my Bucky was coming back. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to see Hawkeye. You know, I was so hyped. And I was like, he's finally going to be the focus of this show. It's going to be about him. And it's going to be like how he feels guilty about the death of Natasha and feeling like, you know, he's going to have this redemption arc and have these great moments. And it's going to be wow and big. And even though I do like Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, I feel like at times, like, it got so bogged down with her story that, like, it's like, where's Jeremy Renner again? He doesn't matter. Hawkeye doesn't matter. Poor Clint Barton out here in the wind, you know, on his own show. And it got really ridiculous. But there were still moments, like, later when we get into it, that I still liked. And all of those moments came from him. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you all? I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that because I was just piggybacking off your point, DL. It's just like so frustrating.
It sure is. Bradley, please tell us your thoughts. What did you think about Hawkeye?
You know, one thing I was really looking for this show is because, you know, Black Widow's probably second to Iron Man for second, you know, favorite characters of the MCU. Right. And I always felt like, you know, there's this long debate, you know, who should have died in Endgame, Hawkeye or Black Widow. It's been too late. I don't care anymore. But I just wanted to see a reason in this show. Is there a reason to keep him around? And they didn't really do that. They didn't really justify keeping him around, in my opinion. And I'm kind of with you, Dial. Like, she kind of took away from the show, like from him, I guess. But he did have some spotlight moments. Like, he had some great moments, like that scene in the that parking lot with Echo. That fight scene's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was times, like, I felt like it was kind of a mix and match of trying to balance out her moments and his moments, but it just didn't really feel balanced, I guess. You know, it was just kind of all over the place. But I'm pretty much with you guys. The show is just, I don't know, you know, it was interesting seeing what they were going to do after Endgame with his character, and I did want to see more Ronin stuff, and of course we got 5 seconds of that. But that scene of him just slashing up those guys in that warehouse, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was, and it was really good. No, I'm sorry. I thought I was going to agree with you.
No, like, there were some really cool moments in the show overall, but as soon as, let's be honest though, most of us were watching this just for Wilson Fisk. Let's be honest.
I was watching it for Clint Barton. I was excited for the Matt Fraction run to be adapted, which is like one of my favorite comics.
I was interested in I always forget her name. Haley Steinfeld's character.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. I was kind of interested in her, and I didn't hate her. You know, I don't
hate her. Yeah.
She just felt weird. I don't know.
It was just like, I really like when you're talking about a moment that I really liked. It was one of the softer moments when he's talking about, when she's like, you're a hero. He was like, no, I was a weapon. Mm-hmm. And he talks about how he was always this weapon. And then, you know what? Did you all see the deleted scene with his mother? Did you all see that scene?
No, I didn't know.
Oh my gosh, guys. I've got to find it and send you a link. They cut this scene now, right? And it kind of gives more context, like that he's always felt like this weapon. Like you see him having this great day at the fair with his mother in this deleted scene, and they're living in their car. And she's like, we're going to have this one day, we're going to have that. Well, then they go to this gas station and she robs the gas station. And from there, somehow, you know, he gets a gun. And instead of shooting at the cops or anything like that, he shoots in the air and basically lets the cops take his mother away to jail. And that's how he's able to escape that situation. But she was even using him as a tool, as a distraction to, you know, steal and do things like that. And that scene, like, if you just watch it, you're like, why did they cut this out of the show? This is so important. Instead of like giving, you know, all these people different arcs in the show, that should have stayed in, because that even gives that more weight to the fact that he always felt like he was a weapon and someone that was being used as a tool. It was a really, really good scene.
No, I did like that. I did like how they kind of went into his mentality when he was Ronin, and during that time when all the heroes were gone, and he was just kind of running solo for a while. You know, it was just him. But you know, overall the show, I guess, you know, it's pretty underwhelming. they just totally took a shit on Wilson Fisk and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Mhm.
And they're going to continue to take a shit with Echo and with Daredevil. It's going to keep going and keep going and going. It's a cycle of garbage. It's never gonna stop.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much my overall thoughts.
Okay. So
There it is.
So, all right. Well, I guess we could. I'm not going episode by episode because fuck that. We're just gonna bring up some details that we feel like we want to talk about. If there's any specific moments you guys want to bring up, please feel free. But yeah, I guess I'm going to. Yeah, we already started talking about Clint in the show. I thought Jeremy Renner once again really good as Hawkeye. I don't have any problems with him. You know, he's still great. What I was also glad about, little detail from the comics, they actually had him be deaf and he has the hearing aids and stuff like that because he was actually deaf in the comics. So I'm glad that was incorporated into the show. And there were some creative ways of them playing with that, like when his hearing aid went out and Kate Bishop had to help him, talk to his family and stuff like that, or probably the best part of the show, in my opinion, was that that one track action set piece with them driving in the car.
That was a pretty good action set, yeah.
Literally reminded me of stuff from Hardcore Henry. That was probably the best action beat in the entire show. But yeah, so I thought he was great, and it was once again nice to see his family, Linda Cardellini back as his wife. I thought all that was great. I just hate how many times he has to leave his family for something else. Like, it just happens so many times.
One of these days, that family's gonna leave him.
Like, right? Isn't it ironic that tomorrow's Father's Day? And we're talking about a deadbeat dad on the show.
Oh shit.
But anyway. but yeah, man. Like, there could have been an interesting thing where, like, they never did a thing with what if his family got captured or something like that and he had to go on a mission to save them or stuff like that. Like, at least just to switch things up so it doesn't make it seem like, oh, he's leaving his family all the time, stuff like that. Like, actually incorporate them more into the story. You only get them in the first episode and then sprinkles here and there when you're talking to him on the phone or whatever, or he's talking to his wife. But like, I just didn't like that. I personally wanted more family stuff in the show.
Well, I think that now that we know that, his wife used to work for S.H.I.E.L.D., we'll get some action scenes with her.
Oh, yeah, possibly. Oh, we got another guest coming in. First,
My babies.
yes, we have Austin. What's up,
Hey,
man?
hey, what's up? What's
Yeah.
up? What's
Hey.
up? What up? How's
Glad
everyone
you can make
doing?
it, man. We're good.
Great.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard there was some trashing of the Hawkeye going on.
Oh, you
I had
sure
to-
is.
I had to hear it. I had to hear it on the stream myself. But no, hope everyone's doing well and stuff. And hi, baby.
Hello.
Cool. Well, while you're here, why don't you tell us what did you think about Hawkeye, man?
Oh wow. It was.
He said, "Wow."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was bad. It was bad. There were some cool moments and stuff. I don't know. It just felt very rushed and stuff. And like the whole relationship with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, like they meet at the end of that first episode and stuff, and then all of a sudden the next episode they're like the perfect pair. They got the banter, they got the and you're just kind of, I don't know. It was just very kind of sudden in how their relationship came together. And then on top of it too, just some of the other stuff with like Echo and Bryn and Wilson Fisk. Obviously, Kate Bishop has the worst parents in the entire world.
Oh my god.
Straight up building a New York.
It's not
mind you,
normal. It's like my parents.
Oh God, they left you. Was your town being attacked and they just left you to stare out the building that was destroyed? Like, oh wow, there's ships flying in coins. Like, where's mom? I don't know. She just took off. She doesn't care.
And then she literally comes like 10 minutes later. Hey, where have you been? Where have you been? Get over here! Like, where?
See, I thought originally that she like killed her dad or something, and that's where she was. Mm-hmm. But he was killed with the explosion, I guess. So, but they still didn't really talk about like what the hell was she doing.
They just like skipped over, like they introduced so many things and said, "Here's this," but oh wait, here's this over here, and I'm not going to wrap that up. So we don't really. But the way they set it all up is that she killed him. Like you thought, he's missing during that time, and something's happening. Okay, so what happened to there? Where is he? Like,
did
stupid.
He crushed? Did he? Like what? Okay.
I feel like he suffered from reshoots too. It's just like, right.
Well, and another big issue too, I think I had was, I don't know, the choreography. Some of the fight choreography in this show specifically was just. I'll be honest, like I don't care how good I just that whole thing with Kate Bishop and the wine bottle, the impossible, the unbreakable wine bottle, mind you.
Well, you know what's weird too is they open up the show and they're like all these gold medals, like she's a gold black, black belt in karate, she knows jujitsu, she knows every fighting style known to man, but yet she can't get around one room with 5 people. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there was, and that whole choreography was just like, it didn't feel like a fight. It felt like, are you dancing with a?
It felt like if you put John Wick in a Chuck E. Cheese. That's what it felt like.
Dear God, right? Oh my God,
John Wick in a Chuck E. Cheese. Oh God, but yeah, as I said, the best action set piece in the entire show is the car chase. That's the best scene in the entire show.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Not even really like the Yelena stuff was that great to me. Like that was really shocking to me as well, because I love the Yelena from Black Widow, and it's like, oh, that's another can of worms we'll talk about later. But but yeah, man. So okay, continuing on, since we've already talked about Kate Bishop, let's get to Haley Steinfeld. Let's get to her. Okay, so no, not what I meant. Y'all get your minds out the gutter. Anyway,
hey now, RJ, calm down.
Hey, she's mine.
You are.
Anyway,
I thought I heard deep breathing.
You're gonna fight. You and RJ gonna fight to the death.
To the death.
Honor.
For her honor. Game of Thrones style. But anyway,
love it.
So I love Haley Steinfeld. As I said, I think she's a great. I think she's a really good actress, and I love her music as well. I had no problems with her being in the MCU. I thought she would be a really good addition. Even though I had my concerns about how much her character would take up, and take over Clint's story, like I was still thinking, at least she will give a great performance. And what I will say is, yeah, I mean, performance-wise, I have nothing bad to say about Haley. She played it to a T, exactly how it was written.
She was a bit annoying, but sure.
As I said, like she did exactly what she was told.
Overly excited.
But Kate Bishop as a character is written pretty bad. And Haley Steinfeld, bless her soul, she is trying to make this work. She is trying to make it work. And like I'll say, she's making this character watchable. If it was not her, I probably would hate her. I'll be very honest with you. Because Haley Steinfeld is just so likable as an actress. So it's like it's hard for me to like just completely dislike her. But like the way she's written, her motivations are so uneven. Like, I don't know if it was you guys, but like the first couple episodes when she was introduced, they were trying to do this like this angsty college kid crap, but like, oh, my parents don't understand me, screw you, I don't care. But the moment she meets Clint, she turns into Hawkeye fangirl number one, geeky and like, oh my god, can you sign my thing? Like you're like my favorite Avenger. I'm like, weren't you just brooding like the last episode? What is going on right now? But like, I'll admit, I like the geeky Kate Bishop more than the angsty Bishop. So at least they improved on that. But like the whole she's the reason we're in this whole conflict in the show in the first place. And I'm sorry, it is dumb. So she sees an auction where where the Ronin costume is there, and like I said, they don't explain how the Ronin costume got there. It's just there.
It just got there.
Yep.
Well,
Don't
all
you
that
know?
stuff is being stole by these things are being
Probably like
stolen.
black market, you know.
And then they're being sold. I think they're setting up Armor Wars. It's like
Well,
getting ready to. It's like Armor Wars. It's related to Armor Wars because it's like, what if like this specific tech armor gets into the hands of villains?
Got it.
Well, the suit. The last time the suit was seen was at the Avengers compound. So
Mhm.
a lot of people are stealing stuff from the rubble and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Like the watch, like a lot of Stark tech is going to be stolen too. We're going to find that out too later.
Oh, Brian. Oh, we'll get to the Elena and Kate Bishop stuff later. But
Oh,
so
that was
One of them.
Oh, I forgot about the mac and cheese scene. Oh my Jesus Christ!
I didn't
Yeah.
mind. I didn't mind the mac and cheese scene. It was what happened in the finale that was just.
yeah. Hold your horses there. But
Wow.
Yeah, we'll get there later. Sorry.
yeah, it's okay. So so she sees the Ronin suit and at the auction, and apparently it means so much to her that she's going to steal the suit. Not only steal the suit, she's gonna put it on and run away with it. Why? Why would you do that? Even if you wanted to steal the suit, even though there is no reason for her to even want the suit in the first place. She has no personal connection with that whatsoever. But no, I'm going to steal the suit anyway. Why would you put it on? How did she get it on so quickly? First of all, that's like cartoon logic right there. But why would you put on the suit? Why don't you put it in a bag and run away with it? But no. So because of her putting on the suit, Echo and the tracksuit mafia think that the Ronin is still alive, and now they're after Hawkeye because of that. And now Hawkeye is after the suit as well, which I'm like, why would he be after the suit? He wants to be done with it. Like he doesn't want to be associated with the Ronin anymore. Why would he care if the suit is gone? Why is everyone after the suit? This is not the development of Ronin that I wanted. This is not exactly what we had in mind. Everyone's after the suit for some reason. Why? Makes no sense.
I can answer some of those questions, maybe.
Please.
Okay, she puts the suit on because she finds out about the underground, auction at her mother's event. So she puts it on because she doesn't want to be noticed. That's why she puts it on, right? He wants the suit back because if he's, bound to this honor of duty of doing what's right, and he doesn't want anybody wearing the suit and people coming after them, mistaking them for the Ronin when he's the one that did the work and put someone else's life in jeopardy.
Okay, so I can get with you on the Clint details. However, her putting on a suit to not get noticed. What?
I mean, I didn't say it was like a great explanation, but that's like the whole thing.
I'm sure that's what the logic is that they're trying to go with. But again, I am asking, what? She already got caught, first of all. So why are you putting on a suit, and then you're gonna have everyone thinking that you're this mass murderer and stuff like that? It's just like she could have thought of another way to just get to steal the suit instead of just putting it on. Like that's you just causing more trouble for yourself. I thought she was smarter than this. Like, I don't know. It just was kind of dumb to me. So now Kate is in trouble with the tracksuit mafia and Echo, and so now Clint has to stick with her and like find the suit and then stop the tracksuit mafia and Echo, and he has to send his family away. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's just great. That's great, guys. That's excellent. Okay, so let's talk about Echo and the tracksuit mafia. First of all, tracksuit mafia. Can anyone tell me is this an actual gang from the comics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they legit
Trust her bro and everything, like the truck
Yep.
and everything. And they say bruh. They call everybody
Bruh.
bruh at the end.
Bruh.
They do it in the comics, yeah. They are the tracksuit mafia is an actual thing.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Wow, they actually wrote that down on a piece of paper and drew that out.
But in
and was
comics,
like,
but in the
Yeah.
comic, it works. In live action, it gets annoying really quick.
Right.
Yeah, it was funny at first, but then I was like, yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah. After the first episode, we saw them. I was like, dudes, get away from me.
look, we live in a world
Stay away.
like nah, seriously. Like
Love it.
like we live in a world where Ant-Man is a household name. But I'm sorry, Tracksuit Mafia, I thought the Flag Smashers in Falcon and Winter Soldier were horrible. They somehow upped the ante on this one. The Tracksuit Mafia is awful in this show. Like, just horrible. Freaking jokes. I could not take them seriously. And it makes it even worse because Kingpin ends up being the one hiring these guys. Kingpin hiring the Tracksuit Mafia. I thought he had more class than that. Like, no. They weren't even a threat that much, really. Okay, they were kind of roughing up Kate Bishop a little bit. I'll give them that. But like, no, as like an actual like force, was I threatened for Kate Bishop and Clint's life? No, not by these guys. Not at all. And I'm sure they wanted to make it more lighthearted and like funny, I guess, but it's just like it just didn't work for me. I didn't like it. And then it also they stick out even more because Echo is so serious and in like dark and stuff like that. It's just it doesn't even feel right that she's working with them either. I'm just like they just no. I don't know what in the comics that makes them better. If someone could send me like a issue where they're better, so I can actually see how good they actually are. Because if this is not a good representation, I don't know.
Well, no, I agree with Ashley on that too. There's a lot of things I think Marvel, will do that they try to take, especially like now with Feige being so in charge and drawing way more from the comics than what they were before. I think it's definitely. It's not everything translates, and so yeah, I do agree that probably in the comics I'm sure it's fine. It's just in the show it was no.
It's like, and they probably could have halfway worked if they treated them seriously.
Yeah, that's the other thing with all these shows is there's so much like goofiness and campiness and stuff that it completely, for me, it overtakes any little bit of seriousness that there actually is, or when they're in a serious moment, something funny happens that just, for me at this point, just takes me out of it.
And you wonder why I don't like Ragnarok. But anyway,
At this point with Marvel, I think of it just like Star Wars. It's made for kids. So I expect this humor. I expect the low level of humor. I expect all of it now. It's almost been over a decade of this humor. Okay, it's time to get used to it. It's here to stay. Guys,
see, that's
you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
No, I will not.
No.
You had to be a simp. Okay. You gotta
God.
suck on King Feige's teeth. Come on.
No.
Oh wow,
Do it for the
King
check.
Feige now.
Hey,
Huh?
Raya.
That's Emperor King Feige.
We gonna get you on here one day, Raya.
Hey, Ray.
But, Raya. But
Hi, Rhea.
but yeah, man, it's like I'm sorry. I keep telling people this, and they don't believe me. But it's going. It's slowly starting to happen. This Marvel formula, with everything being campy and lighthearted and family friendly, it's only going
It's
to go
getting
so
old.
far. You
Yep.
know.
I
You.
like family friendly things.
Oh well.
I'm wholesome though.
Okay, and that she's like, I think that's fine. But then you
Widow
have
is
like,
wholesome.
Is it
but
done?
I don't know. It just, if anything, that was like a push, right? Where some of the things for me in Doctor Strange, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not necessarily family friendly, and that was cool. But other than that, it's everything is pretty much it all stays the same. It's the same generic formula, same generic jokes. That's why Moon Knight was crap. That's why Hawkeye was trash. All right, sorry, I'm getting upset. Continue.
No, please, please. This is the channel for anger.
no, yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just like, they keep doing this lighthearted this stuff, and it's just like, and other shows, like you said, as Moon Knight, which we were expecting to be darker and serious and stuff like that, that ended up falling under the same problems. So I just wish they would just knock it off. I get it that you're owned by Disney, so you can only go so far. Sam Raimi shocked people with Multiverse of Madness, whatever. But it's just like it's be nice just to have some installments
Yeah,
that didn't feel the same.
I hear you, man. But we all want that dream world, but it's never going to happen. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Sadly, we all want the candy land, but the border, nope, not happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, Echo.
And if you think this was fun, just wait till you see what they do with Daredevil.
Oh,
please
my
don't.
God, they're gonna ruin it. They're gonna ruin it.
I mean, there are lightheart Daredevil runs then.
There absolutely are, and I
Yes.
think for me that's not my concern. It's again, it's going to be that even in those lighthearted runs, I feel like whatever serious moments or emotional moments are going to be undermined by this comedy that the MCU has based. Like everything now just basically feels like a comedy in the MCU, unless it was like Doctor Strange, where it's like, okay, that was everything else. Like I feel like it could actually fall under the genre of comedy in certain situations.
And that's the thing with Daredevil, because like I know, like we can't compare the MCU stuff to the Netflix stuff, but like I'm sorry, we're spoiled. The Daredevil show on Netflix was peak storytelling for Marvel.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to say it, I don't think we're ever going to get anything close to that quality ever again.
No, we won't.
As long as because already with Marvel being owned by Disney, there's no way they're not going to push the boundaries as hard as they did with the Netflix show. And then we know how the MCU is with their humor. And it's like, yes, there have been lighthearted Daredevil stories in the comics and stuff like that. They're not as dark, but as Austin said, like they don't know when too much is too much sometimes. And I'm afraid it's going to be too much on Daredevil too. It's like he's going to be treated like a joke. And after how they treated Kingpin in this show, do you really expect me to believe that they're going to treat Daredevil any different? But anyway, back to Hawkeye. So Echo, I thought she was actually interesting. She was one of the few things about the show that was interesting. They actually gave her a compelling backstory, and connecting, her past to Ronin, of Ronin killing his dad, I think, killing his father, something like that. So they actually gave her a motivation of why she's going after Ronin, and then Kate being in the outfit makes her believe, oh, it's still out there, so whatever. But I thought it was interesting, and it was nice to get another like the actress is actually deaf in real life, so it was nice to actually get some more representation acting wise, and she did a really good job. And she did really good with their action sequences as well. One of the few action set pieces that were good in the show was her stuff. But yeah, she was hardcore. It almost makes me look forward to her show, even though that's another unnecessary show, along with um the Agatha Harkness stuff. I don't care about that, but you
Ugh.
know. Anyway, what did you guys think about Echo?
Look, like you said, she had a very interesting reason for being a villain. That they at least made it compelling and interesting. They didn't just say, "Oh, she's bad for the sake of being bad," which is lacking in the MCU. I kind of want some just evil villains for the sake of being evil villains in the MCU, and just in general anyway. Because I noticed not just in the MCU and in just any other movie, there's a lot of villains nowadays that are showing you a sympathetic side of them, and I'm just like, what happened to like Darth Vader? Like, why can't we just have a guy that just wants to see the world burn? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, like the Joker. Everyone
Exactly.
loved so much.
No, exactly. But they did give her a very compelling backstory, and I honestly sympathized with her character a lot. And a part of me wanted her to get revenge on Hawkeye. I don't know. That's how compelled I was with her story. I wanted her to not to kill him, but to get into a big fight with him. But that didn't happen. Yeah, she was okay. She was okay.
All right. What did you think, Ashley?
I'm sorry, I had grabbed water. What was the question?
What did you
I'm
think about?
sorry.
That's okay. What did you think about Echo?
I thought that she was I think the fact that the actress is deaf. At first I thought she was really cool, and then she was like the boss. Um, I liked her character. I liked her fighting style. But the thing is, I feel like they rushed a lot of her arc in this
Yeah.
show instead of just like introducing us to her and then all of that. Even if it might have been a softer down Kingpin, I think that he should have been saved for Echo show. I know they wanted to throw him in there, but to me, like, he didn't need to be in Hawkeye. Like, you could have saved him for Echo and just made her be like the bad person, and then at the end, like, her realize that she was being manipulated, and then her go off, and then like it end with that, and then like show her arc with Kingpin and her own thing, because it was just like too many things happening, and it just is like, why would you waste such a good story here with her character, and you didn't have that much time to develop it and flush it out and cram it into a show where you're already like, Yelena's got a storyline, Kate's got a storyline. It's like, Oprah, you get a car, everybody gets a storyline here, except for poor Hawkeye.
Poor Hawkeye, and it's his show.
It was just, I liked her, but I think that they rushed a lot of the stuff, and it was unfortunate because I felt like I thought she was really cool when she was introduced. I like how she was in the room with the red and like how she was feeling the vibrations of the music. I thought her introduction was cool. I felt like she was a badass, but it was just like, and then they ruined it all. Is how I felt.
That's literally you took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly how I felt. Like she started really strong, and then by the end of it, I just I didn't care as much. I think because they rushed her story, and I think also too, like you said, with all the storylines and all the things going on, it just having Fisk in there, I think would have, if not save him for the Echo show, but at least include him. He should have been more included in the Echo like scenes and flashbacks and stuff, because he just kind of shows up in the finale and you're like, oh, this is the guy who raised her and stuff. And then also too, I just felt like, again, a big issue for me was her character just went a really generic way. Like, she was raised by the villain, doesn't know that he killed her father, finds it out, and now that's what she's after. So the motivation and stuff, I don't know. It just feels very overdone already. So with her, she was interesting when she came on like the first couple times, and then I kind of lost interest, to be honest.
I personally, this is probably not the reason, but like everything seems to line up. I think the only reason they included Kingpin at the last minute is because Daredevil appeared in Spider-Man: No Way Home, so they wanted to connect the dots.
Yeah, they wanted to line it up.
Yeah, but I definitely agree that he could have been saved for Echo show to give him more development, so it doesn't feel rushed at the end of the show.
Well, what would have been better, I think, what would have been a really cool, it would have kept me hanging on to my seat to see him next. Would just keep that scene of his hand going on her shoulder. Just acknowledge that he exists. Acknowledge that, it is Vincent D'Onofrio. You could confirm Vincent D'Onofrio did that scene, release it, delete it, whatever. Do whatever you got to do. I don't think he should have been a part of the show at all, whatsoever. Because not only did they shit on him, but he just didn't feel necessary. It just felt very forced because of Echo. And just what the hell was that last scene too? With that fake out shooting.
Well,
Like,
okay,
we know. Okay, we'll get into that. But
I mean, we can open the can of worms now. I don't care at this point. Like, let's just talk about it. Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin in here. Like, we already, I think as everyone was shocked that he just popped up in here because, like, I don't remember any leaks about him being in the show. So
yeah, he was leaked.
Oh, was he? I guess I
Mhm.
didn't. I didn't know about it. But
Yeah, you were lucky.
I was lucky. So,
Oh yeah, it was leaked. It was leaked.
okay. So yeah, I guess I was staying away from rumors and stuff like that. So like I legit had no idea he was going to show up at the end. But yeah, I was really happy. And and this was before No Way Home came out, so we didn't know Daredevil was going to be in even though everyone was theorizing up the ass that Daredevil was going to be in Spider-Man. And I was like, calm the F down, man. This is supposed to be a Spider-Man movie, but then that ended up being the case. But this was before we saw that Daredevil was going to be in Spider-Man. So like Vincent D'Onofrio coming back was like, oh wait, does this mean that the Netflix shows are actually canon now? I was like, oh shit, we in for some good shit, man. We're in for some good shit. But then we actually got some shit at the end with how they treated Kingpin, as you said. Like, what was that fake out? What was that? Like, I mean, okay. Actually, no, I don't understand it. I don't see why they ended his character like that. Like, for what purpose does that serve? Does that serve Echoes? Does it serve Kingpins? Absolutely not. And it's like okay, I know most likely he's not dead, but it's just the principle of the thing. Like, you go out your way to introduce him into the MCU. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Not only is he's Daredevil's enemy, but it's like he's one of the biggest villains in the Marvel universe right now as well. He's also a Spider-Man villain, as a lot of people don't know. So like this is a very important character you're introducing into the MCU. And also you're alluding to the fact that the Netflix stuff is slightly canon. Slightly, maybe. But it's just like for you to just do that to his character at the very end, like what purpose does that serve? Who does this help? Like, I just did not understand it at all.
The only thing it served was their excuse for when Daredevil comes out, and it's much more different than the Netflix show. They're gonna say, "Oh, we had a different Wilson Fisk in Hawkeye, didn't you? Don't you remember?" So it's their excuse. It's their high road.
That's a bullshit. Like, no. Like, and it's like once again, we don't know about did they say when the Echo show was taking place? Was this before Hawkeye or after Hawkeye?
After.
Does anybody know?
Yeah, it takes place after. I believe it's a mix of both. We do get more of her backstory.
Yeah, it's supposed to take place after she's gone on the run or something.
Okay, so
she's on the run.
On the run.
Man on the
run. So we don't know how the Echo show is going to go off of this, but just there just could have been a better way for you to end off both of the characters instead of just leaving it oblivious like that and possibly making Kingpin look like a bitch. Like that's pretty much what he looks like. And it's like if the Kingpin that we knew,
a Disney villain, Disney Channel villain,
for real.
Like the season finale was a Disney Channel production.
Out
of all of these shows and MC movies, and I know you all talk about the jokes and the humor. To me, I'm literally watching that season finale, And I'm like, dude, and I've said this before. I was like, where's the wine? Like, you see, it's the most Disney Channel thing that I've seen them do.
It really is.
You're not
Production
wrong.
level, like the comedy, it was like below, like a lot of the jokes, because I'm a cheesy person, I can deal with some of the humor because I like to laugh and I like cheesy jokes sometimes. But this was like, I really felt like I was watching like a Disney. I feel like it was Disney Channel. It was like level of like Good Luck Charlie. Like,
oh god,
you know, like that's the level it was on to me. You know,
even the choreography is Disney Channel level. Like,
I mean, I like a lot of the choreography. It seemed like even with Loki, if you pay attention, and I like Loki. A lot of that choreography, if you look at it, it just seems like it's real stiff and they're really far apart because they're like in their mind. I feel like with some of that, they're like, are we 6 feet apart here?
Right.
Are we following these guidelines?
Oh
So I feel like a lot of the shows have like that issue with it, and not even like MCU stuff, just like films that were shot around that time. It's like it seems like they're really paying attention to like how far are we apart, you know, so it does seem really stiff, but like, yeah, it's bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the MCU. We expect better quality than this.
Yeah.
So it's just I just don't understand what's going on. What happened? And it's like, I'm not giving you the excuse anymore of like, this is the first time we're doing shows, so we're still trying to get our footing in. This is the 5th show. The 5th show. And then the 6th show with Moon Knight, and you still don't have your shit together. No, I'm not giving any of that excuse. And once again, I haven't seen Miss Marvel. Maybe it changes my mind. But, like, Jesus, man. It was comical, the fight between Kate Bishop and Kingpin. I was like, this looks so staged. And it was so goofy how Kingpin just threw Kate Bishop into that little house. I was like, he just super punched her out of nowhere. I was like, wow, okay. That's really weird. But okay. But yeah, I was let down with Kingpin. I really was. I'm glad Vincent D'Onofrio's back. And I'm looking forward to seeing more from him. If he pops up in a Daredevil show or if he pops up in a Spider-Man movie, hopefully he'll be treated better. But yeah, this was a misfire. I don't know what they were thinking. Feige, what? Actually, that's the thing. Feige, I actually learned recently that he's not as hands-on with the shows as he is with the movies. So he pretty much lets the creators do whatever not whatever they want. They still have boundaries, but it's just like they're letting them have a little bit more freedom with stuff. So not overlooking everything.
And I think that's why the shows haven't really been riddled with cameos either. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. This is one of the few moments where I'm like, Feige, I think you need to look over this a little bit harder, just a little bit, because this is not working out. This is not working out, man. This is your first impression of Kingpin. Like, think about it this way: for people that have never seen the Netflix shows, and this is their first introduction to Kingpin, do you see anyone being impressed by this?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Like, he feels like another generic villain, doesn't he?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, and not to mention too, it's just it feels. I mean, yes, we know the Netflix shows were in the MCU or whatever, but it just feels it's kind of like a reinvention kind of the character instead of what was, what was on the Netflix show.
Right. Just you have to think about it this way, because there are actually people who have never seen the Netflix shows, and this is their first introduction to this character. Who people that don't know about the comics and stuff like that. Like, this is your first introduction. As I said, he's a very important villain in the MCU. So it's just like I don't know.
I'll say this though: if I had never seen Daredevil, didn't know who he was, didn't know who Wilson Fisk was, and I saw No Way Home and I saw Hawkeye, I would have more interest in knowing who Fisk is than Daredevil is, because Hawkeye did a better job at doing that.
See,
if I was on the outside.
See, like, to me, I guess because I know who he is, my thing is like, and I'm like going to be real because I'm very consistent. And like most of the people that I talk to like have issues with both, but I know a lot of people who are capping for Vincent D'Onofrio returning, but then they're gonna do a dumb reveal of him on a phone in a video. Trash. Okay, I had
Trash.
the same freaking issue with how the Justice League members were introduced on a freaking flip
Mhm.
drive. It's dumb, it's lazy, it's sloppy. You could have shown us Yelena, you done brought her in this show, right? You could have shown her as scaling the building and actually seeing it, and that could have been the reveal, and then her sending the video or a picture. You know what I mean? It could have been her sending I hate that. To me, it's just like so lazy. Like when you just like go, and obviously you had to shoot something to make this fake video show up appear on a phone. Like just show me Yelena's view and how she got the footage. Like just show me that.
Yeah.
Instead of this dumb whack video I just thought it was so stupid. I hated every minute of it. And like at first I was so excited, especially when they built it up with the footsteps and the flashback scene, at the dojo. And like we knew it was him, but we didn't see his face. I was like, okay. But like to me, and this is a cartoon and I loved Into the Spider-Verse. So I'm not like trying to hate. But that Wilson Fisk is amazing.
Yes.
Okay. And it's not as crazy violent as Daredevil. You could have done something like on that level in live action if you didn't want to go to this extreme. But then you got him like having like super strength and he's bumping and it like with his stomach. It's just
right. I was like, what is he
like,
doing?
what are we doing? Are we wrestling or like what are we doing with our lot? Why are we doing this?
Toddler wearing adult human clothes.
Basically,
It was just so stupid. I feel like he was like, me man, me got big belly. Like what?
Oh my god, yeah, man. Like even what he was wearing was just kind of off.
Comic accurate, which is it works because it's like I like that they pulled it, but like it didn't translate as well as it does when someone's drawing it.
Right.
I appreciate them like using that iconic look. That it didn't look good in live.
It doesn't need to come back.
Yeah,
No, it does not.
Nah.
And
It didn't
if
feel
not, you
consistent.
need. Yeah, even with the way he was dressed. I mean, in the show, I liked the fact that they went with the white, but you didn't have to put the Hawaiian shirt on him.
Yeah.
And then they put the Hawaiian shirt on him, and it's just like, oh, now we're gonna go real silly with you now, and. It was just like I was literally like, what the frick am I watching? Like, why? Like, why is this happening? Why am I up at 3:00 in the morning? Why am I watching this right now? What is happening? What are we doing? And why is it happening? Again, it's the question we must ask ourselves.
I feel the I feel the exact same way.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to do a wrestling analogy. So for those of you who don't watch wrestling, please bear with me for a second. It's not going to take long.
I'm gonna bear.
But so in the WWE, they have a brand called NXT, which is the startup brand before they get to the main roster with Raw and SmackDown with all the main stars. So this is like a come up type of show. So the quality in NXT is a lot better than the Raw and SmackDown because they mainly focus on the wrestling and actually developing new stars, right? But they're both supposed to be they both are supposed to be on the same brand, but they don't act like they are. So when they take wrestlers from NXT and bring them into the main roster, they completely change their characters. Almost like they never watched the show that's supposed to be under the same umbrella in the WWE. It's like they never watched how this character developed in the NXT, and so when they plop them and put them in the main roster, they feel like a completely different person. That's not as interesting. That's exactly what it reminds me of when they plopped Wilson Fisk here in the MCU. It almost feels like they never watched the Netflix shows, and it was like, okay, what is the cliff notes of what Wilson Fisk is from the comics or whatever? Okay, we're not going to use that. We're only going to take some slight details here and there, but we're going to do our own thing. And then they just throw out an introduction and doesn't feel as important or as cinematic or as it's supposed to be. That's what it feels like with Kingpin. Like, it just felt like they did not care of giving him a proper introduction or even a proper send-off when it comes to the show. He, as I said, just feels like another generic bad guy. If you don't know anything about the Netflix shows going in, there's nothing really special about him. There's nothing really interesting that happens with him, and it's a letdown. Anyway, I think that's our whole preamble about Kingpin. Anything else you guys want to bring up before we move on?
No, that's pretty much it.
No, you covered it.
Okay. Sorry with the wrestling analogy, but I literally just thought that, like, this reminds me of that. I'm sure the wrestling fans will appreciate that. But anyway, now go on to another rant. Let's talk about Yelena. Oh my goodness. All right. So, I love Yelena from Black Widow. She was like the standout of that movie. Um, and I love Florence Pugh. I think she's a great actress. And once again, I didn't know she was gonna. Actually, I kind of had an idea because, like, we remember one of the post-credit scenes of Black Widow, where that lady from Falcon and Winter Soldier tells him
Madam
that
Hydra.
Madam Hydra. Oh, okay, that's what she is. Okay, Madam Hydra tells her that he's responsible for Black Widow's death, Natasha's death, and so she's gonna go on revenge for her. So it's like, okay, so she might show up in Hawkeye, so we'll see where that goes. And she does. Okay, so I didn't have a problem like the first time we see her when she's attacking Clint and Kate. I was like, okay, yep, this makes sense. Because she's on a she's on a mission to kill him. So I was like, okay, this makes sense. That's fine. It's when we get to the stuff at Kate Bishop's house where I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute, what's going on right now? This is oh my gosh. I know a lot of people love the back and forth with Yelena and Kate. It's like they're like girlfriends, yeah. It, I don't know how to feel about that because like it just felt so weird. It's so strange. And I thought Yelena was funny in Black Widow. She had some funny stuff to say in that movie, but it's like this just felt kind of corny and cheesy with the whole mac and cheese with the hot sauce and them sitting at the table and eating and the whole thing of you tried to kill me. I did not try to kill you. I'm like, what are we doing right now? Like, this is just so. It's like I don't know. Somebody talk. What did you guys think about that? Help me make sense of this because I don't know. Like, did y'all like the back and forth with Kate and Yelena?
No, I thought that was so. That was another thing. It just felt so out of place. Where it's like this is supposed to be a serious moment because Yelena is going after Hawkeye because she thinks he killed Natasha, her sister. So this should be personal. She should be, and for it to be so relaxed and so. That was what was so weird about it. It was so relaxed, and it's supposed to be this kind of intense meeting. It just came off so weird, and just it didn't. Whatever they were trying to go for in that scene, it didn't hit for me.
I would say for me it works because like that's like part of Yelena. She's trying to ease you, but also be intimidating at the same time. But I think the scene went on a little bit too long. It shouldn't have been, 15 minutes of the episode. That's how I feel about it. I feel like that they could have cut some of it down. And it would have gave the same. I would have got the same thing out of it. I think it was a little bit too long. With the scene because she was trying to act like, oh, we're fine, but it was also you have to think of like it was kind of like her same personality from Black Widow. You have to think where she infuses kind of like that little bit of humor and she's trying to be, like, hi, Kate, we have to do this again, but she's also gaining intel and information. Not the same way Natasha does it, but also through a conversation where she can make you feel comfortable. Or in the other case with Loki, or when they thought she was being tied up and they were going to get information out of her, Natasha does it a little bit more in a more hostile situation,
Right.
And Yelena's approach is to be more like, let me try to be your friend to gain this information. But it's still a very similar tactic. I thought it worked, but I think it went on a little bit too long. That's it. That's what I would say.
Bradley.
Really?
Yeah, like Austin said, it just felt really out of place and kind of forced, to be honest. Like they're trying to shove it down my throat. Like, look at us be funny. Look at us be stupid. Ha ha ha. Laugh at us. Laugh at us. Give us attention. Please, Daddy, please pay attention to us. That's what it felt like. It just felt really weird.
Daddy, pay attention to us, please. Daddy,
please.
Like that's what it felt like. It just felt like needy children, like trying to be cute, trying to be funny. And I was just like, no, no.
And I will say this, I like, now that Ashley mentions that, I do kind of like the attitude that Yelena, has, where I think too, she also knows, like, the way that she keeps saying Kate Bishop, like she knows this is a kid in a very kind of wild situation, and so she treats her as such, and so I do kind of like that. I just think it was overdone, and like you said too, it was a little, it was a little long.
Aren't they both the same age?
No. Are they?
In real life, maybe.
In real life.
No, I mean the characters. No.
No, Kate Bishop is supposed to be younger, right?
Yeah, I think she's like 18, 19.
Yeah, like 18.
No,
yeah.
she's 22.
No, that's right. Yeah, she's 22. That's right.
Okay.
She's in college. That's right.
I mean, Yelena is probably no older than 25, I think.
Okay, we have to think because Natasha was born in 83, right? So Natasha Romanoff in the MCU was born in 83.
Right.
And so she's 8 years older, roughly, right? Than Yelena, because Yelena was like 5 in Black Widow in the flashback sequence. And Natasha was, I believe, either 12 or 13.
So she's probably okay. So she's
actually older. So if she's 8 years younger, so she's like what, 30?
Oh, so she's probably
maybe a little bit younger. But if they're not, but sometimes the stuff doesn't line up math wise. But I mean, because when they do that, but you have to think if she's like, unless she was 4, she can't be younger than 4. They're not going to be like, here's 3-year-old Yelena singing, making complete 100% clear sentences and singing and walking around and swinging and, by herself. So she can't be 3,
Right.
She has to be 4 to 5.
Okay, so let's ask Google. How old is Yelena in Hawkeye?
According to Screen Rant, Yelena is in her mid-30s during Phase 4 of the MCU when her sister Natasha dies. Most sources agree that Hawkeye takes place during the end of 2024, so Yelena would specifically be around 34 or 35 at the time of the Disney Plus show.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
She acts like a 15-year-old.
She sure does.
Well, to be fair though, she was robbed of her childhood, and she did, become an assassin and stuff. But from my understanding, she became an assassin,
Mm-hmm.
unwillingly and willingly. I don't know. I have a feeling that she kind of likes it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I definitely feel like she likes it. And I guess it's throwing me off because Florence Pugh is like my age, so it's kind of weird that she's supposed to be playing a 30-year-old. So interesting. This is interesting. But yeah, so
ageism in Hollywood, DL. 30-year-olds can't even play their age now.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, guys. but Ashley, I think you hit it right on the head. I think the scene went on too long because, like, I'm really thinking like what she says in the moment. I wouldn't necessarily say it's out of character for her, but it's just the fact that it was just drawn out so long, it just made it feel more and more silly. With them actually taking the time for her to make mac and cheese and like sit down and eat with her and do a couple quips with her, and it's just like, and this is supposed to be a serious moment, and I'm just like, why is this going on for so long? So I think that's the issue. So that's one of my issues with this show is that they keep drawing out things that shouldn't be drawn out, and then the stuff that actually is important doesn't get that much time.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till the last 2 episodes to actually get my attention. So I'm like, okay. But I did kind of like the the closure that she got with Clint at the end. Like that, I thought that moment was really good. Um and I'll admit there was like a couple of funny moments, like when Yelena and Kate are in the elevator and they're trying to fight to get to Clint or whatever. There was some funny moments here and there, I'll admit. But yeah, I'm not liking this girlfriend thing that they're trying to do with Kate. No, don't no. I don't like that. I'm sure they're gonna try again in other shows or movies, trying to make them like trying to make them like the odd couple. I guess I don't know, but yeah. Other than that, I mean, I think we covered. Oh wait a minute. We got to talk about this.
Oh, I love this.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, sweet God.
I love a musical.
I love musicals too. I'm a theater kid, but
Me
that
too.
But
that
that
no.
But that was like a musical on stage. Like they were like, it wasn't like a Avengers movie, the musical. So I have no problem with that. It was like this little cheesy thing that was done, and I loved it. You know,
I understand. Oh gosh!
I mean, I
Come on,
understand. Like, I don't have a problem
Austin,
with it.
You know you got to twerk to it. You know you are.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying. I mean, we are.
That's my secret. That's my secret favorite song. I can do this all day.
All day. Look, my problem is I don't have a problem with it existing. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But my issue is the singing was bad. The singing was really bad. It was like so off key, off pitch. I'm just like, wow, no, it was ear wrenching, and I was actually kind of slightly looking forward to it because I thought, okay, it might be a funny little scene because I see that in the trailer. I'm like, okay, this might be a funny moment at least. No, it was not. I was not digging that. And oh my god, they had the audacity to make that the end credit scene of the show.
That's where I had issues.
That was the issue, yeah.
Look, if you put that in the show somewhere, fine. But it was, you just did, like, I don't know what you just did with Kingpin. Like,
right.
That is what, and you just want to shift and make it all fun and hunky-dory.
I'm loving it.
I'm like, I don't care about this musical right now. I want to know where that.
Or they should have gave us two. Like they should have gave you something.
Right.
Like
right.
With him, like his hand twitching or something.
Something like
after the song. But I liked having it. But I know exactly what I agree with you.
It's completely. Where it was placed that it was, guys.
Right.
Now you're really that was kind of like another kind of like Richard Boner moment. Like Marvel like to do that to us, just like.
Well, you remember Kevin Feige said he has every director in the MCU watch the Richard Donner Superman for inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah, man. Like, I'm sorry. I would rather watch the Bruce Campbell scene in Doctor Strange 10 times more than that scene again. Like, no.
Hey, Big Papa's got to get paid.
I can't, man. Like, yeah, as you guys said, we could have saw what happened with Kingpin. Like showed like I don't know what the payoff is with that. As I say, it's just confusing. They could have done something with that, and then if you want to do the throwaway thing with the musical at the end, put it there. But like that's what I said. They just didn't care, did they? They just didn't give two shits. But yeah, man. I mean, other than that, I mean, there's not much. I mean. Kate Bishop's mother, I forget the actress's name.
Vera Farmiga.
You know what? I do like her.
I do, yeah. She was pretty solid.
She's a terrible mother, as in the character is written so horribly. But she is. I think she did a good job with her performance in that kind of. you know, you don't know. There's a mystery to is she doing this with real evil motivations? Is she you end up finding, where she. So I think she does do a good job kind of playing the mystery of the character and the intentions, but it's just such a bad written character.
Yep. And it's like she's such a great actress too, and it's just a shame they keep getting these really good actors and putting them in the MCU and just making them like.
I know when you see Tony
characters.
Dalton in this compared to him as Lalo and Better Call Saul.
Oh my goodness! I know,
You're just like, oh,
night and day. It's like, what the hell?
I would rather watch her in the Conjuring movies, and I'm not even a big fan of the Conjuring movies.
I love her in the Conjuring movies.
Yeah, she was actually great in those. But like this, I'm just like, I mean, she didn't do a bad performance. It's just, as we said, her character is just written badly.
Yeah.
Her best performance though is Norma Bates. Hands down.
Yeah, I know you really like that, huh?
No, her performance is hands down phenomenal in that show. Like it's
She's
something
a great
else.
actress. I mean, I like her. I remember her in Up in the Air and all these other movies.
Yeah.
She's done a lot.
I love her sister too, Thaisa.
Her. Doesn't she have a daughter too? That's also acting.
Oh yeah, I believe she does.
It's a dynasty.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Formigas.
The Formigas.
Skarsgårds, the Formigas.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. The whole going back to the stuff with the suit. So somehow the suit got in the hands of Clayton English from the 85 South show, and now then Hawk, like Clint has to do this whole thing at the Renaissance Festival, pretend fighting with them. Like, dude, why are you wasting your time with this?
That was another thing that I was just like, okay, so is this role models now? Because that's a great comedy. So is this a comedy? Like, what's happening here? Like, that was
no. Like, he shouldn't have. Look, I get. Clint's a family man, and he doesn't want to go out his way to like hurt. Well, he's supposed to be anyway, but he doesn't want to go out his way to just hurt people unnecessarily. But I'm sorry, this is a life or death situation. I would have been like, either give me the suit or I'm knocking your ass out clean. What's it gonna be? Like, don't play these games at the Renaissance Festival. You don't got time for that. Like, why are we doing this? But anyway, this is
no, that scene was so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Role Models.
No,
but
I've seen
there is a literal scene in that movie with Paul Rudd and Sean William Scott where it's just like the scene from Hawkeye. There is a Renaissance fair festival thing, and they dress up as like knights and all fake fight each other.
Boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not watching that anytime soon.
Anyway. It's actually really funny in that movie because it's a comedy. Right. Not in Hawkeye.
Not in Hawkeye. It's supposed to be like I don't know. Well, we want it to be more serious and stuff like that, but no, it's a Christmas show. But hey guys, look, they got matching outfits just like the comics. Yeah, that's how they get you. With WandaVision, oh look, they put Wanda in the comic accurate outfit. Look how good she looks. Forget the fact that the writing was sloppy, but look at her outfit. And then
at least
same thing with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Oh look, he got the comic accurate suit, Captain America suit. Forget the fact that most of the show was boring up to this point, but hey, look at this. And now we have this. Look, he's in purple. Yes.
At least we know it takes about a decade of being a side character to get your own costume.
Right.
Save the city and dun, dun, dun.
Right.
I got it in my head now.
Air conditioning.
Is that me?
Something just blasted. I was like, whoa.
I thought it was me at first.
Okay. Sorry, I just unplugged my mic and some things got tangled.
Okay.
Whoa.
Right.
Oh, good. Well, it seems like
He said, whoa.
Yeah. But anyway, and speaking of that, I guess I have to wait another like 5 to 10 years to actually see the X-Men in comic accurate suits. So it's
Yeah, well, and that's if we'll probably never see Wolverine in his comic accurate.
We might never see Wolverine.
I don't, and that's one that I don't think would translate well. I don't necessarily know if I want to see that.
I mean, we
big
said
screen.
the same thing about Aquaman. So
That suit at the end of the Wolverine, that deleted scene, that
With the
suit
mask?
would have looked amazing on Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman. Just think about it.
That would have been cool.
It looked really cool, and you can see that they literally spend a lot of time designing that suit, making sure it would look good on Hugh Jackman, making sure it fit his bone structures and everything. Like you can tell when you look at that scene, just examine the suit. Like they spend a
Then
lot of
put
time.
a picture of him out in the suit. Prove it to me.
10 years too late, baby. It's 10
Sorry.
years too late.
Brian Singer came in and is like, "Oh, comic accurate suits? No,
No.
fuck that."
Get it?
Yeah, no. We're gonna put
But
him
I
in
mean,
leather.
no, you can put him in his in his wife beater and his jeans and all that. That's comic accurate.
Yeah.
No,
we've
no,
had
I
12
want
movies
him
of that
in-
though.
No, exactly. We want comic accurate suits. At least give me the Ultimates version where it's like they had similar uniforms with the blue and yellow, but it's like they had their own distinct style to their outfits, and he didn't have to wear the mask and stuff like that. Like do something like that. Stop putting them in generic black leather. Stop it.
So Taron Egerton for Wolverine, right?
I mean,
Army Hammer.
Oh my!
no, he's
God.
too tall.
No, he eats people. And he eats people.
He'll take it too seriously. He'll actually kill people.
Yeah, like literally.
He is now.
they'll be
Oh,
shooting
boy.
the scene and be like, Army, no, Army,
No.
somebody call the police.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That guy is weird.
The whole movie's gonna be a documentary.
Oh my God! Yeah, the hammer.
Oh, I have to
the
watch
hammers.
that. I have to watch that documentary. I haven't watched it yet.
Gosh. I kind of
scared.
too.
Hey, I still haven't seen Death on the Nile.
Oh, that's so bad. If you're like having a hard time going to sleep one night, just put it on.
Oh, cool. I might put it on tonight because I haven't had any sleep. But anyway,
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe, Wolverine. I don't know. He's short enough.
Oh, well,
Give him some
No.
range. Get him
No.
out of the Harry Potter like stigma. You know?
I just saw him in Lost City. I think we're good.
yeah. It's always
Oh,
funny whenever he
God.
plays a villain. Like he's been doing that. He did that in Now You See Me too. He was. The
Yeah,
villain.
he did
Yeah.
that.
I was
Yeah, he
like,
was.
What the heck?
I actually liked him in that.
He was good.
Yeah, that
He
was
good in this
that
one.
was a lot better than the Lost City thing.
Really? Oh, I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't, and I maybe it's because I just don't like Channing Tatum a whole lot.
Channing
Yeah, I
Tate,
can't stand
yum.
Chatham, whatever the dude's
Chatham.
name
Channing
is. Chaden.
Chaden.
Gambit.
Oh,
No.
I want to be Gambit.
Thank gosh they didn't make that love story Gambit. Maybe.
Yeah, that would have been horrible.
Channing
I'll
Tatum
take
and
X-Men Origins
Channing
Gambit over that.
Tatum.
X-Men
Yeah, like,
Origins Gambit. Yeah.
No, thank you. It's so bad. Why don't he just go back to dancing or something?
Why did he so bad?
Yeah, make a Magic Mike 3. I don't
No,
know.
he's gonna make the dog trilogy.
He is making
The dog trilogy.
my
Is he
God.
really making
He
a
is
dog
making Magic.
trilogy?
No, he is making Magic Mike 3 though.
Oh, that I tried to watch the first one and I like had to cover my eyes. I couldn't even watch it. It's so nasty.
What do you mean? That movie's made for you.
I don't like it. I don't like male nipples and stuff. I don't
What?
like that.
You don't like Mel?
No, that
No.
movie was made for Channing Tatum. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was made for him.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't like
Danny
it. I don't-
and Matthew to just walk around to space.
yeah. The only guy that is allowed not to have a shirt on is Sebastian Stan. All the other ones I go, ewy.
Hey, Matt
Matt.
Bomer's in there. Matt Bomer. You know, I like Matt Bomer.
Whoa, hey now.
He's a nice looking guy. Yeah.
Whoa. Who's Matt Bowman?
White collar, baby. White collar.
Oh my! I see
Hell
the
yeah.
guy in the screen. It's okay.
Okay. He needs to die.
Oh,
my
wow!
God.
I'm loving it.
Oh.
The guy said he needs to die. I love it.
Wow. All right. The thoughts of Austin does not reflect the opinion of the rest of the people on the set. But anyway, Channing, I'm just waiting for that Step Up 6. I'm waiting for it.
Oh,
But anyway,
Oh
Please
shit!
stop.
You know what's coming.
I would love it because he hasn't came back to the Step Up series since the second movie. I'm waiting for him to make his Triumphant
Step Up
Return.
series is still going. That's the real shock.
Actually, no, it stopped it like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But I just want to Step Up 6. I know they're bad movies. I know they are, but they're entertainingly bad. Like, I guilty pleasures. Anyway, Hawkeye. This is how much we care about this show because we keep going off topic. But anyway, I don't know if there's anything else. Anything else you guys want to bring up? Any details? Any characters?
No, I can't really think of anything. I mean, I think we covered pretty much most of it. Can we all just agree to disagree that Lucky the dog was the best character of the show?
Yes.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the dog, man,
Puppers.
adorable. I like that. They were trying to figure out a name for him, like they couldn't figure it out. Like they would call like Pizza Dog or whatever, stuff like that.
Right, Pizza Dog.
I do like his name, Lucky the Pizza Dog. I like
Lucky
it.
the Pizza Dog. Isn't Lucky also a character from the comics?
I think it is.
Yeah. Cool. Nice little Easter eggs, I guess. Even though people won't pick up on that, but it's fine.
People don't care.
People don't care. But okay, so I guess that's everything. Overall, it's not good.
Overall,
Not a good show. Yeah. It's,
If you can tell by the hour and a half of the stream, we love Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, it's a masterpiece. One of the best Christmas shows of all time.
I can do this all day.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Amazing.
I'm excited to announce, guys, I will be starring in the Avengers musical coming
I'm
to
so
Las Vegas.
excited.
Little Beatles first.
I'm going to be the stage manager.
Yes.
And I will direct. Look out, Spielberg's West Side Story.
Bradley will be doing
We're coming.
all of the music.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
It's going to be the greatest musical of all time, guys. I'm telling you.
But yeah, man, I was so let down with this show. Man,
Yeah,
we were expecting a lot more. We were expecting to get more into Clint's character. Hopefully, get some more with his family. And you probably get it for maybe the first couple episodes, and then it goes to Kate Bishop land. Hey, but yeah, I mean Kate Bishop. I wouldn't mind seeing her again. We're gonna see her again, regardless of whether we like it or not. But
yeah, you don't have a choice, Theo.
Don't have a choice. But like, she's likable enough where like, okay, maybe maybe she'll be better next time. She's still better than Captain Marvel. But anyway, but yeah, I just wish that her character was not as inconsistent as it was. And then Yelena too was written kind of weird as well. The stuff with the tracksuit mafia. I can't believe somebody wrote this down in the comic and thought this was a good name for a gang up, and they were so stupid in this. Didn't like it. Echo was cool. Had the potential to be a really good
If anything, I think Echo was the best part, probably, of the show.
Probably. And yeah, the action's not that great. It felt like, as you said, something from Disney Channel. Kingpin.
Vincent D'Onofrio just comes in the middle of the show with the wand and goes, "You're watching Disney Channel." He's like, "What the?"
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh my
Dressed as
god.
Kingpin and everything.
Stupid. Just like
Oh,
really worried how they treated Kingpin in the show. Like, does not give me any confidence that they'll treat him any better in the Daredevil, or if he shows up in Spider-Man, wherever they're gonna have him show up. Like, I don't know. But yeah, man, I'm really trying, guys. I really am. I really want to like these shows, man. I'm giving it a chance.
Moon Knight,
y'all.
I really tried. I was like, I want to like this so badly, and
But, yeah.
I couldn't.
With Moon Knight, I like Oscar Isaacs, but I called it episode 1, like first discussion talking about this show. I was like, yeah, the flashes are really cool. I get why they're doing that, but it's going to be an excuse not to show us anything.
Yeah.
And I'd be damned that's
hold
not what
on.
happened,
Mhm.
especially later on.
Oh, I need to have you on the Moon Knight stream.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, the Moon Knight's that's gonna be a
it's
fun
rough.
one.
Yeah, we definitely we have about to say about that. So overall, we'll say that Hawkeye is trash.
Trash.
Gabaggio.
It's trash, guys. It's trash. I don't
Yeah.
know what voice that was. That's just what I did.
Hey, I like it.
It works. It
I
works.
like it.
Was not being racist.
But anyway, that's our thoughts on Hawkeye. What did you guys think about it? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was okay? Comment your thoughts down below and let us know.
Tell us if you have any taste whatsoever. I mean, what?
Oh.
Wow, attacking the viewers, Austin. Wow.
Once again, the views of Austin do not reflect the views of the rest of the people on the panel. But yeah, I do got to question some taste of the people here. But anyway,
Wowzers.
Tastes will be questioned.
taste will be questioned. So before we close out, there's one thing I want to ask you guys. So with the whole thing with Kate Bishop and Yelena, and you can tell they're trying to set up some type of Young Avengers type of thing, and they'll probably bring in America Chavez and Miss Marvel and stuff like that. Are you guys curious about seeing all these characters interact together?
I am, but I'm a Marvel shill.
A little bit, I'll be honest. I do, because honestly, I've always been more DC than Marvel, but what little Marvel I knew about was like the Young Avengers and the Avengers and some stuff like that. So I am kind of interested, but at the same time, if anything, I'm more concerned with Marvel going forward. Like Moon Knight told me a lot. The trailers for Thor: Love and Thunder are really concerning.
They're amazing. You're gonna be amazed and blown away when you see this movie. I'm telling y'all.
I'm actually kind of hoping it's one of those things where I'm already kind of set in stone that I'm not gonna like it. So I'm kind of hoping when I see it, I'll like it. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just I'm just concerned with where Marvel is headed right now.
Yeah. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this stream, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And please hit the bell if you want to be notified of future videos I'll be doing on the road to 500 subscribers. So it would help a lot if you guys, hit that subscribe. But if you at least leave a like, it'll help me out in the algorithm. So yeah, anything counts. I want to thank Bradley, Ashley, and Austin for joining with me today.
Of course.
And hopefully I can get you guys back when we talk about Moon Knight.
Oh yes. We have lots to talk about with Moon Knight.
We sure do. So tune in for that when it comes out. But hey, that's all we have for you Marvel fans, and we will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm slightly curious about that mac and cheese with hot sauce.
Oh my god.